Suddenly, the assassin cyborg 0010 appeared on a ridge, poised to attack his helpless adversaries below.
Goodbye. Huh?
They were beaten and had no hope. I don't like the way this ends. It's driving me nuts. I've got to get out of here. I'm going for a walk to crack this writer's block. If I'm not back in 3 days, have a nice life. Why do I need that?
No proper English gentleman would be caught dead without one. It's part of the costume. Besides, it's pouring out there.
Well, in that case, thanks.
You can run all you want. He'll keep hunting until he finds you. And when he does, you'll have to fight him one-on-one.
Not if I can run fast enough.
You know you can't.
If I lived in a rainforest, he'd be afraid to come after me. The only problem is I can't stand places with high humidity.
I say the more rain, the better. Right now, it's the only thing keeping us safe.
There must be some way to use this to our advantage. It seems to be his only weakness. Think. He can't use his electrical power in conditions where he might short circuit.
Well, we can't make it rain, so we've got to find some other way to neutralize him.
What are all of you so afraid of? Last time we didn't know what he was capable of. At least now we know what to expect.
Yeah, we know he's got incredible powers, and whatever we throw against him, he's got something stronger to come back with.
He's gotta have a weakness, and we have to find it.
Well, his power of acceleration isn't a weakness. You can't even keep up with him.
Go ahead.
And how are we gonna turn off his electrical current?
There's gotta be a way.
009? Is he able to help us?
We haven't been able to wake him yet. The professor and 003 are trying to bring him around.
Gosh, I wish we could do something. He pushed his powers to the limit trying to protect us.
He did.
As promised, lunch is now served. I prepared a few simple dishes I thought you might find interesting. Please, don't be shy. Go ahead.
Really, 006? At a time like this, you prepared a meal? How thoughtless!
Of course I made something. You can't fight at less than full strength. They say an army moves on its stomach, and with this food, you guys are being chauffeured to the battle in a limousine.
Well, it does smell good. It would be a shame to waste it. I guess it's my duty to eat.
Save some for me.
Well, my nose seems to work. Better see if I can swallow.
002, 005, you'd better hurry or it'll all be gone. We'll show that black ghost. Eating well is the best revenge. I just wish we were all here, especially 009.
I don't think we're going to be out of the woods until his fever breaks, and that could take some time. Why don't you go and lie down for a while? I can handle things here, and I'm sure you can use the rest.
Thanks, but I'm fine, really.
No, you're not. You've been through quite an ordeal today, and it may get worse tomorrow.
009 came out of nowhere and protected me. I'm not leaving. I just wish you could have been there to see it, Professor. I'm staying till he opens his eyes.
All right, then. Keep me informed.
I'll say this for 0010. He knows how to press his advantage in a fight.
His laser beam becomes a path for his electricity. That's what gives him such accuracy when he fires. It's devastating.
How's 009?
Sorry to say he's still in serious condition.
We could really use his help.
So we're one fighter down.
And 001's still sleeping. Do the rest of us have enough strength to beat this assassin?
I'm glad you're awake.
003. Where are all the others?
Lay back. You're still weak.
But
It's okay. Everyone's fine. They're safe and sound. But you won't be if you don't lie back down.
so have you been here the whole time I was out?
Mm-hmm. I want to tell you, I'm really sorry. I acted stupidly. If I hadn't been trying to talk to 0010, maybe you wouldn't have, you know.
I thought you did the right thing. When we got there, I was hoping we wouldn't have to fight. We were programmed in the same laboratory. If we'd met earlier, he might have become a friend and part of our team. In spite of his attitude, I felt a lot of sympathy for him.
You're right about 0010.
Huh?
I could sense his heart. He was like an older brother. My brother's older too. His name's John. He's really nice. I fought some tough boys when I was a kid, and he always protected me. By tough, I mean they were older boys who used to go around bullying younger kids. But sometimes, I couldn't win against those bigger kids. They were better fighters than I was. And in those cases, my older brother would appear every time, and he'd step up to them and say, "If you don't leave my little sister alone, I'll beat you up myself." It always worked.
Brothers and sisters, that's something I never had. I was an orphan. I was raised by a priest. In the church, there were a lot of other kids like me. When we weren't in school, we were on our own in the town, and we had to use our wits to survive, and some days it was tough. We were always bullied by the older kids in the town, so we stuck together to protect ourselves, like a little gang, but we used our brains instead of our brawn. A lot of times we either ran away or tricked the bullies into letting us go. It wasn't much of a family, but they were all I had.
009.
Will you be going to see your brother when you finally get back to France?
I guess nobody told you our history. 4 of us, 001 through 004, were the first. We're the earliest cyborgs from the past.
You mean first generation? How long ago was that?
I was engineered by the Black Ghost, way before you were born. The first experiments took place in the middle of the last century, right after the war in Europe was over. At the time, the science of cyborg technology was not very sophisticated. The technicians were inexperienced, so we were put in a state of cryogenic suspended animation until the technology caught up, generations later.
Wait, what happened to your older brother?
I don't know. Even if he's alive, I don't plan to see him.
That's terrible.
I'm talking too much. Sorry, I'm sure you're bored to death. I imagine you're surprised, though, at what an old lady I am.
You men are individually equipped with different skills and abilities. If you defend yourselves by coordinating and combining your strengths, you can attack 0010 and win. Collaboration is the secret. It's a simple strategy. He can't overcome all of you at once. Trust me on this. You should work together as friends.
As friends? We refer to each other by numbers. We don't even know each other's backgrounds. What makes you think we can operate as a unit?
If you can't find a way, you'll be destroyed.
I've lived my life not trusting anyone. I didn't even trust my parents. I've learned one lesson after all these years. The only person I can rely on is myself.
Maybe it's time for a new lesson. 009 seriously injured himself, and he did it for the unit.
Is he doing any better?
Yes, sir. He's regained consciousness.
Thank you, 003.
Yeah, thanks.
You know that human beings can't survive by themselves. That's why they gather, for protection, to work together. Even you should understand that, if you can think past yourself.
Well now, not every group can work together effectively. There are dynamics and personalities that don't mesh. Sometimes it's a lack of leadership. It's not pleasant to hear, but it's true.
Still, we must try.
He is coming.
Where? You didn't come here alone. Where are they?
Everyone ran away. I'm your only opponent, and I'll still defeat you.
You should have run away with everyone else. If you had, your existence could have been extended a while. But only a little while. You can't escape using your second-rate powers.
Huh? What are you doing, boy? You shouldn't be on your feet.
I'm okay now, Doctor.
You've got to be kidding. You've only recovered 50% of your strength. If you go out there now, you'll be committing suicide.
He's going to come back, you know that.
It's still pouring outside. He won't come after us till it dries up.
You don't know...
Listen, if you go out in your condition and try to fight, you'll just be a burden to everyone.
You'll have to do better than that. So you didn't run away after all! You want to fight me, you coward? Come on!
Making him chase me through the trees by using his acceleration power was a good idea. He was so intent on chasing me, he lost his focus. Thanks, 008.
He's coming to attack from the right.
We're ready for him. I'm on my way. He's not so tough.
How long do you think you can avoid me? Big mistake!
Do it now!
They're right. His electrical current's been grounded. He can't get a charge down here.
Let's see how he likes being behind the 8 ball. I have an advantage on this guy underwater.
Give up now or we'll drown you.
Nice glow, but there's no juice.
What's that?
Are all of you okay?
Oh my goodness!
Very smart, getting me underwater to neutralize my electrical current, but you forgot about polarity. That's right. Every source of electrical power has 2 components to it. That's where you made a fatal error.
What do you mean?
There's more to me than you realized. I'm only half of the equation. In fact, to be absolutely accurate, you'd have to refer to me as 0010 plus.
There's another cyborg? Like you?
Yes, the other half of the polarity. We're twin brothers. I am 0010 minus. Plus. Minus. I'm not at my full strength, or you'd be burnt to a crisp by now. But with my brother's help, I think we can make things real toasty for you. Have you ever experienced a microwave from inside the oven?
Wait! Come on! If you want to fight, fight me!
009, you're still alive, aren't you? Well, perhaps we can remedy that situation. Stay there, smart guy.
009!
What's the rush, boy? I thought that you wanted to be our opponent and fight us. Game over, 009. Say, Uncle. Going somewhere? Watch this. When we both put our skills together, we have maximum effect. Let us demonstrate. Right now, my brother and I literally control the balance of power.
What's that? You're both brothers?
Yes, I'm plus, and he's minus.
What exploded? Oh.
He is extinguished. Definitely. Unless, of course, he got away using his acceleration power. Unlikely. We would have sensed it. He doesn't have a device to make himself invisible, does he? I'm not aware of such a thing. Quick, back away! That was pretty dangerous. We got way too close.
Zero 009! Can you hear me? Are you able to get up, 009?
001, is that you? I don't understand. How did I get here?
I transferred you.
Transferred? What's that?
It's sort of like telekinesis. It's one of my abilities. I can move things with my mind. However, I can only move unconscious things or objects.
But, I mean, when did you...
It was during the moment when you were unconscious from 0010's attack. It only took a split second.
Hey, thanks a lot. I owe you one.
Be careful. They're close by. I can sense it. Here they come. There are two energies at work here, positive and negative. One brother is plus, the other brother is minus, but that's their weakness.
Hurry! What's happening? The entire grid is under attack. Let's get out of here!
I've got an electrifying personality. You'll see it's a real jolt. Are you wearing your shock absorbers? Because you're gonna need them. Oh, what's the matter? Scared of a little lightning? What's a million volts between friends? You can't run forever. Where are you? 009, I'm gonna turn you into 000.
When positive and negative polarities make contact, it causes a short in the system, and everything along the circuit is destroyed.
So neither of them was able to touch the other or they would die, even though they said they were brothers.
Zero 009!
The power's off. We're safe. For now.